This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
Investigators search a house in Chesterfield just hours after a man is arrested for running a U-Haul through a White House barricade in Washington, D.C. The 19-year-old faces several charges, including threatening to harm the President of the United States. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. Our I-Team has been looking into his past and what's next for the suspect. Paula Vassan is here with what we found. Paula?
We just got new court documents detailing what Sai Kandula allegedly told investigators when he was taken into custody. Among the details, Kandula stated his goal was to get to the White House, seize power, and be put in charge of the nation. He said his goal was to send a message to U.S. government agencies. Meanwhile, neighbors in Chesterfield say they recognized him once they saw the news, someone they'd seen in their area just days ago.
This is the moment that crash happened. A U-Haul spokesperson tells us Sai Kandula rented a 26-foot truck Monday night from Herndon, Virginia. That's about an hour drive from Washington, D.C. Law enforcement officials found a Nazi flag inside. They did not find weapons or explosives. We went to Kandula's home in Chesterfield to find out more about him.
I mean, it's just concerning because, you know, anything can happen anywhere, and when it's so close to home.
Sarah and Tim Lyons live down the street.
So it's very surprising, very shocking.
They say they saw Kandula walking around the neighborhood just last week.
Every time I would make eye contact, he wouldn't really smile, he just kept walking. So he had longer hair, and then he used to wear like a black baseball cap that looked like it had the McDonald's logo on it.
You don't think it's somebody who went to your high school. I don't know, it's just a little bit alarming.
Kandula graduated last year from Marquette High School. This is his yearbook photo. He was involved in student government and the tennis team. Tuesday afternoon, the I-Team found investigators at his listed address in Chesterfield. He faces multiple charges in federal court, including threatening to kill, kidnap, or inflict harm on a president, vice president, or family member, assault with a dangerous weapon, and reckless driving. Just another reason they say they're in shock.
I didn't think a quiet guy like that would be able to do something to that degree, but when I saw the picture, it kind of did register that it did look like him.
And Kandula will be in federal court for a first appearance tomorrow in D.C.
A new report reveals the names of 149 new Catholic priests accused of abusing children in Illinois. Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul released the final report after a 5-year-long investigation into sex abuse in the Catholic Church. Our political editor Mark Maxwell looked into the accusations against a priest who worked in Belleville.
And at first, the Diocese of Belleville had only named 17 priests as substantiated abusers, but over the course of this investigation, they would eventually publish 42 names. But still, as of this morning, one name was missing. 4 members of the survivors network of those abused by priests demanded transparency and accountability outside the Cathedral of St. Peter in Belleville Tuesday afternoon.
I'm a survivor of abuse in central Missouri.
The former national director said Illinois' new report proves the Diocese of Belleville has omitted the name of a convicted child sex offender from the list of abusive priests.
We begged Bishop McGovern to put Lizinski on the list, and he has so far refused.
Frederick Linsicki worked at the Pastoral Center in Belleville in 1991 and 92.
We might have some record that he served here, but we may not be aware of the allegation against him.
18 victims came forward to accuse him of abuse. He was removed from ministry in 2002, pleaded guilty to sexual abuse of children in 2004, served 5 years in an Illinois prison, and later pleaded guilty again to 2 counts of abusing children in Missouri in 2019.
I offer my most profound apology for anyone who's ever been harmed.
Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul unveiled a damning 696-page report detailing how 451 priests had abused nearly 2,000 children statewide since 1950.
Inaction by Catholic bishops and archbishops often led to scores of abused children.
149 of those priests had never before been publicly named by the church. Where did the church go wrong?
I think a lot of bishops treated abuse almost like alcoholism. If you send the person away for a 60-day program, if they meet regularly with a counselor, that somehow they could cease from doing this.
Can the church police itself?
With these kinds of matters, don't have the attitude of circle the wagons. If we circle the wagons, then we're going to start circling the drain.
Some advocates wanted to see more consequences, justice. Illinois did away with its statute of limitations for sex crimes against children to do just that, but that only applies to future crimes. Advocates now want the state to update laws to open what they call a look-back window to allow for civil lawsuits against abusive priests.
Mark, thanks. Tonight we're learning more about 2 of the 3 women who died in a car crash in North St. Louis County. It happened last night shortly after 9 on Newhalls Ferry Road. The crash was near Seven Hills Drive, and our Justina Coronel joins us live from the scene after talking with those who knew the friends. Justina.
Yeah, Mike, so police have not released any IDs just yet, but earlier today I spoke to loved ones who knew 2 of those women, and they tell me they were amazing ladies.
On Newhalls Ferry Road near Seven Hills Drive. Gail Bailey knows how busy this stretch of road can be. She's lived near the hustle and bustle for decades.
Approximately about 33 years.
Bailey's used to cars speeding by.
Concerned because they're speeding. You get so many of them, even to come up in the subdivision, they'll be flying.
Bailey was home when a crash happened close by Monday night shortly after 9. Investigators learned a Ford Fusion was southbound on Newhalls Ferry Road when it crossed the center line south of Seven Hills Drive, hitting a Cadillac SUV traveling northbound. Police say the adult female driver of the Ford Fusion died at a nearby hospital, and both women in the Cadillac died at the scene.
To find out this morning that 3 people died, that was sad. You just think about it, could be somebody's mother or somebody's sister. My heart goes out to the family.
St. Louis County Police say they don't know why the car crossed the center line, and it doesn't appear to be criminal. While they're not aware of any medical emergencies, we're told anything is possible. Loved ones tell me the 2 women in the Cadillac worked as funeral directors at the Serenity Memorial Funeral and Cremation Service in St. Louis. I'm told the 2 were good friends, work sisters, and both were incredibly compassionate. Even though Bailey didn't know them, she can't help but feel the loss.
Oh, my heart really goes out to them.
Investigators are still trying to learn what led to this crash. If you happen to have any information, contact St. Louis County Police Department or Crime Stoppers at 1-866-371-TIPS. Reporting live, Justina Coronel, 5 on your side.
Now that it's warming up, security barriers on Washington Avenue in St. Louis are back. The roadblocks are meant to protect pedestrians, but some business owners say it's already become a burden. 5 on your side, Travis Cummings joins us live downtown at Washington Avenue and Tucker with more on concerns from people in that area.
And there is already some construction causing closures here on Washington Avenue during the day, but business owners tell me what's happening here at night is really what's putting a roadblock on their revenue. Let me tell you what's happening now that things have warmed up here. Police are closing Washington Avenue to vehicular traffic on weekend nights between 11th and Tucker and 14th. That's from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Friday through Sunday. They say it's done to ensure pedestrian safety in the area. Business owners want to see balance, though. They say this is something they've been doing since 2020. Police data showed reckless driving and traffic offenses occurred more on weekends during the warmer months. Nicole Stevenson, who owns the House of Souls, says she went from having hundreds of people inside her live entertainment and DJ spot to less than 50 this past weekend.
Not only are they blocked off, they're blocked off with the lights from the police officers or the sheriff's vans. So it's blue lights, red lights flashing all the time. It makes people feel uncomfortable, or is it something particular going on in this corner? They're headed this way, some of them, but they can't get down Washington.
Yeah, St. Louis police spokesperson told us this afternoon in part, quote, "We have worked to determine the best possible way to ensure safety of all while creating minimum impact to the surrounding businesses." They also noted that surrounding streets, including Tucker, will be open to vehicular traffic as well as parking. We're live downtown. Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.